Us now to discuss this very thing is Pastor Tony Spell. He is the pastor of Life Tabernacle Church in Louisiana. Pastor, always good to see you, and thank you for coming on. A lot to talk to you about here, but I just want to get your thoughts on the justice's comments there. Does that really give you any hope, sir, as you lead your congregation, that the Supreme Court would maybe take steps to uphold First Amendment rights, particularly religion?
It gives us tremendous hope. Thank you for having us on again. The First Amendment gives the decision of assembly solely to the jurisdiction of the church and not the state. So his comments give us tremendous hope, seeing that just Tuesday, 6 days ago, we were dismissed out of the federal court in Louisiana by Judge Brian Jackson with prejudice, stating the governor, the sheriff, the chief of police, all of the criminal and civil penalties that were placed upon me in 9 different criminal cases that are now being charged against me. He's saying they were totally constitutional and totally legal to do what they did. All we are doing is practicing our First Amendment rights, which is Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment religion. And we are standing on the word of God that is protected by the Constitution of the United States. Now, our right to assemble that he is addressing, and religion has been the topic for the past 3 or 4 days in America. Our rights to assemble are inalienable rights given to us, endowed by our Creator. That word inalienable means the state cannot take them from me, and God forbids me to give up those rights. So for the past 8 months in over 100 services that we have never closed our doors,
right,
we are standing on those freedoms of religion that are supposed to be protected by the Constitution. This is a constitutional issue of equal protection.
Yeah, let me just jump in really quick to catch the viewers up. If you don't remember Pastor Tony Spell, he got a lot of notoriety because he kept his church doors open in Louisiana when they were forced or told they had to close them. People continued to come in. He still continued to hold church. The pastor live with me now was arrested several different times. And he's still here and he's still holding church. Pastor, I want to ask you about that recent lawsuit, because I know it may have been a setback for you and your team in Louisiana recently, as you just talked about right at the beginning of this segment here. What is next with that? I understand there was a federal, it was a state lawsuit, a federal lawsuit. What's next for it?
Next, we filed Wednesday, 5 days ago, in the United States Supreme Court. We filed an injunction that we are very close to winning. We're hoping for a favorable ruling, because this case is unique in America's 244-year history. It's the first time that a pastor has been arrested for holding church services, booked into prison, fitted with an ankle bracelet, and out on thousands of dollars of cash bail. So this decision by the United States Supreme Court states whether or not we have a First Amendment in America anymore. That is how crucial this lawsuit is. You know, Sean, we are not like California and Nevada and the Catholic Archdiocese in New York. Our case is unique in that we are not suing on terms like equal protection, strict scrutiny, least restrictive means. We are suing on the First Amendment, which says Congress shall make no law. I want to ask Governor John Bel Edwards, I want to ask Judge Brian Jackson, who dismissed my case with prejudice, what part of no law do you not understand? So again, the decision to assemble is 100% solely at the discretion of the church. That's our jurisdiction, not the state's jurisdiction. You know, John Adams said that our Constitution was created for a moral and religious people, Sean. It is wholly inadequate in the government of any other. Now, moral and religion is what our great nation was founded upon, and the most quoted of all Psalms, the 23rd chapter in the verse 6 says, I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. That word dwell means to sit in, to abide in, and to remain. So we have never gone online with our services, although we do stream and have in-person services, and we have never closed our doors for one time. Upwards of 3,000 attendees in several of our services, and we are standing on our religious rights and principles. And now the Supreme Court is really paying attention to what we have done. We have a government that is out of control in Louisiana. 63 Republican legislators revoked Governor John Bel Edwards' emergency powers, and Judge Richard Morvan in the 19th Judicial District Court overturned their ruling and sided with the governor.
Pastor, I'm out of time with you. I got to run, but I just want to say, you know, your fight continues. You've continued to be fighting, and it seems like this voice is getting louder and louder. And just real quick to point out, where he is a pastor in a very rural area, so there are not a lot of people that have access to online streaming. This would be the only place that they could go. You have to remember things like that across our great nation here. Pastor Tony Spell joining us live. Pastor, thank you so much.